With a neat label diagram, explain 7-cell, 8-nucleate nature of the female gametophyte. So with the help of a diagram, now let us learn what is 7-celled, 8-nucleate embryo sac or the female gametophyte. Now students, by now terminologies must be clear. Embryo sac means it is a female gametophyte. Now both are one and the same. Now this embryo sac contains 7 cells, but there are 8 nucleus. And this is formed due to the mitotic division. This takes place in the nucellus of the megaspore. So we'll just recall, during the process of megasporogenesis, the megaspore mother cells undergoes meiotic division, give rises to 4 haploid megaspore. Out of these 4 haploid megaspore, 3 degenerates and only 1 functional megaspore remains. Now this is the megaspore. So this is the megaspore mother cells. It undergoes division. 4 megaspores are formed. 3 will degenerate and 1 will survive, and this surviving megaspore develops into the embryo sac. Now this undergoes mitotic division. The nucleus, functional megaspores, divides mitotically to form 2 nuclei which moves to the opposite poles. Now here we can see, now this is the nucleus. It divides, giving rise to 2 more nucleus. So here only nucleus divides and not the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis will not occur. Now the 2 newly formed nuclei will move towards the opposite end. When it reaches the opposite end, it will divide once again, giving rise to 2 more cells. So at each end 2 nuclei is present. It is again 2 nuclei. So once it reaches the opposite end, the nuclei divides again, giving rise to 2 nuclei. So at each end there are 2 nucleus which moves to the opposite pole, forming 2 nucleate embryo sac. 2 more sequential mitotic nuclear division results in the formation of 4 nucleate. So first it forms 4 nucleate and later it forms 8 nucleate stage of the embryo sac. So once this nuclei reaches the opposite end, it divides, giving rise to 2 nucleus, and these 2 nucleus again undergoes a third mitotic division. So at each end now there would be 4 nucleus. Now from each end 2 nucleus will move towards the center, and there would be 3 nucleus at each end. So after 8 nucleate stage, the cell walls are laid down, leading to the organization of a typical female gametophyte or the embryo sac. 6 of the 8 nuclei are grouped together at the micropyle and the chalazal end and form the egg apparatus and the antipodal respectively. The large central cell left over with 2 polar nuclei. So thus a typical female gameto consists of 7 cells with 8 nuclei. Now the 3 nuclei which is present towards the chalazal end, they will develop into antipodal. So here 3 are there, and near the micropyle 3 cells would be there. It will have 1 egg cell at the center and 2 synergid cell. So therefore 3 nucleus would be here, which is surrounded by the cytoplasm and the cell, and at the center there are 2 nuclei. Now here there is no formation of cell, just the nuclei remains at the center. So the total number of nucleus would be 3 plus 3, 6, and here 2, 7, 8. So there are 8 nucleus, but the number of cells would be, now these 3 cells at the chalazal end, 3 cells at the micropyle end, 6 cell, and this cell, the large central cell. So including that there are 7 cell. So a typical female gametophyte will have 7 cell but 8 nuclei.